Welcome back, world. Welcome back to our Train Mind, Body, Soul, and OG for God. I'm currently at a location on waters in Manhattan over there by Lato Pierce, a couple of miles away from W.T. Edwards, the stadium. But I'm in this corner because God gave me a thousand stories with 1,000 explanations in 1 second, which was an incredible event because time lapse. How do you get 1,000 stories with 1,000 explanations in 1 second and for all of it to make sense? Well, I'm at this corner to tell you one of those 1,000 stories with those 1,000 explanations that I was given. Now, mind it, I'm gonna go ahead and remind you, I lived through accidents that should have killed me. My kidneys healed because I was obedient to God. Like I was level 3 kidney disease. I no longer have kidney problems. I had a gun put in my face like this, but yet the dude behind me got shot. I was blinded by a car battery when I was young, but yet I can see clearly now. I was protected from going into a voodoo store. Like literally, I couldn't walk in through the threshold of that store. So I was being protected. And let's talk about case after case after case. Being in court without running my mouth. The OG for God. I don't care about that status, but I went through what I went through for a reason. And this is going to blow your mind because, well, so a lot of people in Tampa know who my boy Shannon, better known as Shy. We used to hang out quite a bit when I was younger, and this is when I had my Grand National. 19, 20 years old, had a Grand National all souped up and looking the way. I can honestly say my Grand National, I took it to spring break Daytona Beach, and literally all the other Grand Nationals were literally giving me praise because there was no other Grand National like it. And that's speaking lightly because I had a look on it, and I had the exhaust, the system, had everything done to it, and that could be done. But during this time, man, I took OG status, or I took GP to like other levels, which I should have never because I didn't have the right mindset when it came to. So my boy here, Shy, he ended up catching a body one night, man. Now mind it, me and him used to hang out every weekend. He knew, like, I was supposed to be here that night that a shooting happened, except my boy was allowed to carry a Phewphew. I was not allowed to carry a Phewphew, and I'm thankful that God protected me that night from being here because we was always at this place, chillaxing, shooting pool, playing darts, doing what we do. But somebody got too aggressive and pulled the gun out, and my boy popped off. And that happened around 2, 3 in the morning. By 6 in the morning, detectives were at his door knocking on him. Now, mind it, I was a convicted felon, so I wasn't supposed to have him. Not to mention, like I said, I took Grand National OG Menace Society to another level. So if that person would have pulled the gun out, man, I would have been popping off too. But I would have never been able to get past that. First, a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and second, I was known for doing stuff like that. And I'm thankful God protected me that night because I really forgot what it was that happened. Because I promise you, I was on the way here. I just don't remember what the situation was, why I wasn't able to make it, and then that shooting happened. Like I said, I would have never been able to get away with it, and I would have been in prison probably for the rest of my life. And I'm thankful for that. But while we're talking about this, man, I got some great segments coming up of people who used to hang out with me despite me being in life. 2 people in particular that I looked for guidance when it came to opening up my business. When I opened up my business, a lot of people, they hated that Sam was opening up a business. But my question is, why you got to drink that haterade juice, man? Why you got to hate that somebody is trying to step up and do something with their life? My boy who guides me or whatnot, he literally told me, don't think everybody's going to be happy for you. Because a lot of people were waiting for me to fail, just like they're waiting for me to fail with these videos. But God got my back. Jesus got my back. But the segments are going to be the look. Meaning, these 2 people that I looked for guidance when I opened up my business have the nice cars, have the nice house, has good, good morals, values, and beliefs. I did something with my business, and I'm happy to say, you know, like, man, I did something. I literally 190 plus 5-star reviews for 8.5 years, man. I did good for myself. At the same time, being a real estate investor, man, I did good for myself. For me being a teacher, good for myself. But the reason why I bring these two up is like, man, I never hated that these dudes had businesses. Yet my boy would be like, look, man, he was having a conversation, and once you start talking about his success, people want to envy, jealousy, whatever the case may mean. Man, don't be a hater out there, man. Help people move ahead. Don't look down on them, and if you are looking down on them, help them come up. I'm going to be there for a lot of people. I was helped with my business, so I'm going to help with other people's starting small businesses. I know you have the right intention, but there's a lot more that goes to it, because things ain't going to go your way, and how are you going to feel when it doesn't? Are you going to, you know, be thankful for the storm? Or are you going to cry during the storm? Maybe you can do both. But truth of the matter is, God gave up. He sacrificed his son, and Jesus rose again. What can we sacrifice today for God and for his kingdom? I'm here to tell you all things are possible. Stay up. Stay blessed. Much love.